Hello everyone, I am Syed Shibli Ahmed, an intern medical student from Xinjiang Medical University, China. I am from 2015 batch. I am here to give you a detailed insight over the life of Xjmu for the new students. Topic we will be covering in this video are following. Number 1, standard of the university. Number 2, teaching and teachers. Number 3, food. Number 4, studies. Number 5, hostel. Number 6, hospital. Number 7, stuff to bring from India. Number 8, travel to and from India. Number 9, expenditures at student level. Number 10, distraction and homesickness. Number 11, apps that need to be pre-installed from India. Number 12, seasonal variation and cold management. Number 13, things to note. Okay, so let me start with the first topic, standard of the university. So the standard of the university is overall good. It's not like Indian Government Medical University, and so speaking there is none. Indian Government Medical University is different and Xjmu is different. After passing from this university, our seniors have passed USMLE, FMGE, SLE, MCAT and many different countries' licensing exam. It is in the list provided by MCI on their website. The university is spacious, nice and with good ambience. They take very good care of your security, no doubt in that. The rank and everything you can check on the website like 4ICU or different websites which you want to refer. I will say if you are willing to be a good doctor and you are like a straight, clear goal in your head that you want to be a doctor, then this university is good for you. Let's start for the topic number 2, teaching and teachers. To understand the teaching method in China, first you need to understand what is the teaching method in South Asian countries like India. In India, we have 4 profs. The second prof being a bit longer than the others. Globally, M.B.B.S curriculum is taught in parts, let's say semester or MD. We call it semesters in China and some places like Ukraine and Russia and the parts of Soviet Union like Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. They call it MD, like MD1, MD2, MD3, including US. In US also they call it MD1, MD2, MD3 and so on. In Xjmu there are 9 semesters, each consisting of half a year. Okay, and the final 10th one is just like a formality type for a month or so. Everything will be taught to you in English language and a different Chinese subject will be taught to you for your comfort and ease so that you can easily talk to the people over there for your own lifestyle so that you can purchase stuff and talk to patients in the hospital in a proper manner. Your subjects will be taught in a fashion where it will be broken down. Like anatomy is broken down into systemic anatomy, regional anatomy, histology, embryology and so on. Likewise, microbiology is taught differently, parasitology is taught differently, pathology is taught differently, immunology is taught differently, and in India you are being taught like an anatomy subject. With that it is like histology, embryology, systemic and regional, everything is combined. If you are being taught pathology in India, they combine parasitology with it, okay? But in China they break it down. And actually let me tell you that it is better for you. Because when the subject is broken down, you get the depth of a subject. You get to know the intrinsic details of the subject and you can understand in a better fashion. Okay. Let me talk to you about attendance. Attendance is like very important over there in Xjmu. If your attendance is low than the rest of the class, then you might be barred from giving the exam, which is actually very bad because then in the result, it is marked as a failure, like you have failed the exam. Although you haven't appeared in the exam, but they mark you as, failed. The teachers in the university are very cooperative. And let me tell you, the department of entire teaching is divided into a department of administrative department, okay, which consisting of your dean, vice dean and student manager. And one is called teaching department, which is consisting of your doctors, professors, those who have done their PhD from different universities in the world, which will be teaching you different subjects. Okay, so the administrative department will be giving you visa and they will be your basic in charge, okay? Like they will be in charge of your discipline, of your attendance, and your grooming. Like I cannot have this beard, I should be neat and clean if I was in university, and so on. The teaching department will be dealing with your studies. So they are the one, those who are your teachers, those who will be coming to your classes, who will be giving you lectures and marking your so and so attendance. You can go to your teaching department teachers for your respective needs and like doubts, question, if you have any kind of big query which you are unable to understand. And you can go to administrative department teachers, dean, vice dean, student manager for your problems in visa, for your problem in hostel, and anything like that. Okay. Let me come to point number 3. Okay. Topic 3 is food. After coming to Xjmu, you will feel you are in a better place in terms of food as compared to the rest of China. You may either cook your own food in the kitchen with stuff and grocery you have brought from India, and or you may buy vegetables outside in the market or mall or online. Also, you can also choose counter 9, that is Noor for some desi dishes in the canteen. If you want to eat desi dishes outside, then you can go to Ali Bro restaurant for desi food. Let me give you a full disclaimer that roti is not found in China. So don't look for roti, okay, until unless you are in a proper Indian restaurant. You might find something called as tortilla or induta paratha, which means Indian paratha, which are like frozen paratha, and you can cook it in a pan in your kitchen. And you may get different variety of rice. Also, you can buy your stuff online. There are different shops on WeChat, on Taobao, by which you can order your stuff online, basmati rice and whatnot. Okay. So the food area is covered because now there are many Indian market online, so that you may order anything starting from Ashirwad Atta to Active Popcorn, whatever is your wish, or pickles, or whatever you like, you may order it online. Okay. So let's talk about the most important point of your life. I will divide this topic into 2 headings. Number 1 will be college study and number 2 will be real studies. I will be very real with you over this topic, so listen carefully because I will be telling you the bitter truth of China. Okay. Before diving into this topic of studies, I must ask you, or let's say warn you, that if you are joining M.B.B.S to do anything else except being a doctor, like if you want to join M.B.B.S so that you can be a better businessman, or you're joining M.B.B.S so that you can get a better proposal for your marriage, or anything just to please your parents or to please the society in which you are living, then please don't, because you're not giving any benefit to the society of doctors. You are simply making the pond of doctors dirty. Okay. Join M.B.B.S and study like a doctor only if you are passionate for it. If you're not passionate for it, please don't join M.B.B.S because it's a long journey, 5 years time, 19 subjects according to MCI. According to China, there are almost 50 subjects because they break down subjects, as I told you, and it's just not worth spending so much amount of effort and time of your life and just for what, for a degree. No, man, do something else if you are not passionate for it. Okay. So having said that, let's start with topic number 1, college study. Okay. Usually college of Xjmu, Xinjiang Medical University, Xinjiang Ikadashwe, will start from morning 10 a.m. to evening 7:30 p.m., including classes, labs, and I'm not including any extra classes. Okay. Lunch time will be from 2 to 3:30 p.m. 50 minutes of time will be given for each lectures and 10 minutes break will be given afterwards. Okay. You will be taught on the basis of the books which are derived from international books and PPT. Like if they are giving you a book in Xinjiang Medical University of immunology, they are taking their content from Tata McGraw-Hill's and different international edition books. Okay. Also, whenever the teacher is teaching you, they will be teaching you according to a PPT. Okay. It's like a short summarized format of a subject. You should simply collect the PPTs for understanding. Okay. The teacher's point of view is different from your point of view. Okay. But in the exam, the teacher want to know what is, what you have written is according to her point of view or his point of view. That is why the PPT is necessary. Okay. And let me tell you a very intrinsic secret and detail for this exams in Xjmu. For exam purpose, there is a golden triangle, which I call, it's my personal term for a golden triangle. It consists of PPTs, reviews, and past papers. Okay, stuff which will be provided to you by teachers, except the past papers that seniors can help you with. With the golden triangle, you may pass the exams of any sort of. Okay, let me start with anatomy to the last exams. You can pass any exams. Okay, so wow, congrats, you have passed all the exams and you have scored scholarship if you have studied a lot of past papers and reviews and PPTs, but it's not big of a deal. I myself have got scholarship sometimes, so it's not a big of a deal. Since because of this college study, the pattern of college study in Xjmu, you get ample of free time in which you can do your real study. Okay, so let's go to our topic number 2 of study, that is real studies. All over the world, a good doctor is one who has invested a majority of his time in self-studying. So prepare for self-studying, guys. Okay, with ample of time in hand in Xjmu and a good library, there's a very good library over there, you can start studying for your real studies, that is FMGE, USMLE, PLAB, MRCP, MCAT, FRCP, SLE, whatever you want. Sorry, FRCP is like fellowship. Okay. For the first 2 years, start with books of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, pathology, and pharmacology. And why I'm saying you this, because books open up your mind. Whenever you are reading your books, or you are going through the pages one by one, your mind is enhancing. Okay, your mind is developing. You're opening those doors of your mind which you have never opened. Okay, it's like every book has its own language. How may I explain you this? Like anatomy will teach you about the upper limb according to the anatomic sense, according to the anatomic fashion. Physiology will teach you according to the physiological fashion. Biochemistry will start teaching you about the muscles and the proteins involved in it and the cycles which are going through it. Pharmacology will tell you, okay, which drugs affects where and how that you have to do first pass metabolism and pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. Pathology will start telling you about the gangrenes and the pathological issues which you have to suffer because of the trauma on upper limb. So I just stated a topic of upper limb, and I told you like in different subjects, it may be dealt in different fashion. Okay. The reason it is like, first preclinical subjects you will be taught over there in real studies which you have to study. Then you have to go through a paraclinical subjects, and then you have to go through the clinical subjects. Preclinical subjects are like a basic subjects. Clinical subjects are big subjects which as a doctor you will be using every time. And there is a paraclinical subject which is like a bridge from preclinical subjects to the clinical subjects. Okay, you can go and start doing video lectures, but I won't recommend it. I will recommend that you do video lectures of Prep Ladder, Marrow, Dr. Najib, Dr. Bean, Dr. Mentors, or Kaplan when you are at your paraclinical stage, not at your preclinical stage. Start at least when you are on your paraclinical stage. Okay. So, always keep a book of reference with you. No matter you are doing OBGYN, no matter you are doing PSM, no matter you are doing any other subjects via video lectures, those are simply notes, okay? Those are not real subjects. The real subjects are being written in the proper literature book. Like if you are doing OBGYN, you can go through Prep Ladder, Marrow, or any other video lectures, and they will teach you in a very good fashion. But nothing will beat the book of DC Datta. Okay, try doing your studies with consistency and determination, because already you have passed your NEET exam and your basics is clear, and that is why you got an admission in China in a medical university. So I will say from the very first day, try start doing your studies, real studies, at least for 2 hours a day. Okay, when you will start with 2 hours a day, you will feel like, okay, hardly 2 hours a day, from 6 to 8 p.m. or 5 to 7 p.m. anytime in the evening or anytime in the night, you can do your studies. And slowly you will find it interesting. You will get involved in it. You will be like intertwined with the subjects, and your mind will keep on, looking for more depth and detail in that subjects. And that is how you will keep pushing it forward. Okay. You will push from 2 hours a day to 8 hours a day till the time you will be finishing M.B.B.S. At least an average M.B.B.S student who is in his final year, who is a good student and who is studying consistently for their licensing exam or for their own country exam or whatever exam, a real M.B.B.S student studies at least 8 hours a day. That is at a very basic level. A person can sit in the morning from 10 a.m. and 10 to 2 one shift, then from 4 to 8 another shift, 8 hours a day. Then also he might not feel very much satisfied. Okay. And I will just say, you always remember that at the end of the day, the life in China, the studies in medical university is not enough, because the teachers are teaching you in their own sense, in their own fashion. Okay. But what is asked and what is necessary in FMGE, or in your time it might be the exam of next, is different from the teacher is focusing. For example, in ophthalmology, there's a topic of glaucoma. Okay. Glaucoma are two types: open angle glaucoma and a close angle glaucoma. In China, there's a close angle glaucoma which is prevalent, but in India it is open angle glaucoma which is most common. Okay. So the teachers will be teaching you in their best fashion. Okay. And it is hardly a 1 marks question which I told you. But you always need to remember that you are studying for your bigger exam than the university exams. Okay. And you should never feel bad for outgrowing people who had once a chance to grow with you. And if you don't study today, you will wish 6 months from now that you should have started. Okay. Let me talk to you about a new topic. Okay. Topic number 5. The hostel rooms are big, spacious, with 2 persons in one room policy. You may also opt for a single room, but it will cost you more. There is attached toilet, bathroom, so no long queue like in India. In Indian Medical University, whenever you are taking a hostel, you might find in the morning you need to wake up early so that you can use the washroom or the restroom before other person uses it and make it dirty. Okay, so no queue, no long queue. And in your room there are many things that are provided to you beforehand, like 2 beds, 2 cupboards, 2 side tables, 2 main tables, 1 dispenser, 1 flat screen TV, 1 refrigerator. And if anything is faulty, like any kind of lock or door or key is faulty, you can just complain it to the shushu, which in Chinese means uncle. You can complain to shushu or to your student manager, and it will be fixed or replaced as soon as possible. Okay. Accessory stuff that you need to buy for your room are mattress, bed sheet, and so on. The entire floor, 1 floor, like 6 floors, 7 floor, 8 floor, will be given to a single batch. Okay. Ragging is dealt with strict actions, but you should also not disrespect your seniors. Okay. If someone tries to bully you, complain it to the foreign department. If still it goes on, you can just log on to the mother website known as mother.gov.in. Mother, it's a government website in which you can report your grievance. Okay. Then take my words for it, the embassy will take care of everything. Okay. As mentioned, before, you can do your cooking, but let me tell you, in the old hostel, because you might be shifted to the new branch, in the old hostels, the kitchens are on 8th floor and 11th floor of the boys' dorm. So I don't know about the new campus, but in the old campus, you can go to 8th floor or the 11th floor to use your kitchen and do your proper cooking. Within the campus, there are 6 to 7 different inpatient buildings with 2 outpatient buildings, and many affiliated hospitals around and in the city. You will have your rotation to different departments, most probably from 3rd year, which will be called as labs, because those are Chinese people. They don't have their English proficiency as high as you have, because you have been studying English from the very early age of your life. So they simply call it labs, but actually there's a rotation to the different departments. Okay. For extra time and learning in the hospitals, like attending OPDs and surgeries, you need to simply ask your teacher to allow you and to Teachers will allow you only when you will show smartness in the class. Remember, nobody will force you ever to do anything over there. It's you and your willpower to grasp as much as you can. If you are sitting in the class, in the front rows, and you are asking your teacher, which you will be calling it in Chinese, Lao Shi, may I accompany you with in the hospital to attend OPD? May I come to attend some surgeries? They might first be hesitating. They might hesitate and ask you, okay, please, don't. Let me see. Maybe some other time. You need to ask 10 times. Then only afterwards they will say, okay, now, the person is so much, into me, and he or she really wants to study. They will allow you eventually. Personally telling you from my own experience, from my very first year in Xinjiang Medical University, I've been attending OPDs. I know from the very first year it was not so much worth it. But my OPDs from the first year and the second year created a base for me. Okay, so this is how we learn, and this is what I need to do. That's why I created a vast, spectrum for me so that I can study in a detailed manner. In my final years, I've been attending multiple surgeries. I've been sitting, sometimes days, in OPDs. So you can also do that if you want. You can go to the hospital and do it. And, you just simply need to ask your teacher. Okay. This is as simple as that. Okay. So don't worry for it at all. But I will also say you this, that you will be having classes in the hospitals which might not be as fruitful as you might expect because, language barrier. Since your Chinese won't be that good if you're not studying Chinese, then it will create a big problem for you. So always maintain your Chinese at the, best of proficiency. Okay. Point number 7, stuff to bring from India. I will personally hand over you the list of the stuff that are important and urgent for you to bring from India. Some, I will tell you some stuff in a shallow manner like medications, over-the-counter medications, everything, pickles, sweets, basmati rice, Maggi, Nutella, spices. Also, when you will be spending time over there, you will be bringing stuff from India in a more tailored fashion. Okay, like first year you will be bringing everything from A to Z. From the next year, you might be having some stuff from the last year, and you might be ordering stuff from online, so it will be easy for you. For clothes, I will tell you, buy those winter shoes and winter jackets from China. When you're coming to China, when you're coming to Xjmu, bring a simple coat, jacket, simple shoes, okay? Not so much heavy stuff. But, when you have arrived over here, you will be, accompanied and escorted by your seniors or your agent, and then you can buy proper stuff, proper clothing over there. Because, that is economically beneficial and good for the weather. And also, do not forget important documents regarding visa and all to bring from India, okay? Point number 8. Travel to and from India. Your first flight and one-time visa is provided by your agent. And then, like grown up, which you are, as you are more than 18 years of age, it's all up to you. Usually, it costs around 50,000 Indian national rupees for two-way ticket, like going to India and coming back. You should refer multiple apps, website, and talk to official representative and see if you can get a group discount for it. Okay, talk to some agent, or your seniors will refer to you to some people, like he or she can get you a group ticket which is cheaper for you, and so try to do that. Topic number 9, expenditures at student level. For this topic, I will say it's all up to you how much you spend. If you are cooking, then it would be less, and if you are having food regularly from outside, partying, clubbing, then there's no bound for it. For a reference range of for you, I will be telling you, like if you are cooking during the weekdays and having once a time outside meal in a week, I will tell you that in an average it will cost you around 1,000 yuan per month. It might be less, it might be more. It's up to you. For a reference range, I will tell you 1,000 yuan. Take 1,000 yuan, like 10,000 rupees per month for expenditure. It is on an average you can manage that money. So just I'm telling you again, it's just a reference. So don't take my words for it. Like you said, 1,000 yuan, so I'm spending 1,200 or I'm spending 800. It's up to you. Always remember. Point number 10. Distractions and homesickness. You will be living away from your family, so it will be important for you to regularly call your parents and keep in touch. Okay. Stay away from bad elements. You are over 18 years of age, so take charge of your life. Make a routine. Have a healthy circle of friends around you. Don't get into things which are unhealthy and not good for you at all. You are there to become a doctor, so focus on that and don't get involved and indulged in different kind of unhealthy and evil activities. Okay? Because no friends or family will support you, not even your new college friends, which you might be thinking like, oh my god, he's like my brother, he's like my best friend, and I will never leave him, from my life. He's just like, my harmonic convergence. But then also, if you don't have a good result at the end of the day, at the end of the line, if you have not, scored good marks in your FMG, if you're not a good doctor, then they will leave you and everything will be there in dust. So become a good doctor, everyone will praise you, and focus on good things. Okay, there will be homesickness, you will be missing your families, but try to focus and have a routine like you are studying, and whenever you're getting a free time, you talk to your family and do your cooking. Just be happy over there. Okay, it's not big of a deal, because half a year the semester will go on, and then you will have a proper vacation, summer vacation and a winter vacation. During that time, you can go back to your family and meet them. Topic number 11. Apps that need to be pre-installed from India. Number 1 and the most important one, okay? WeChat. Most important app, because it's like your life in China is dependent over there. WhatsApp does not work, Facebook does not work, Google does not work, YouTube does not work. So second app I will tell you is install a good VPN. Number 3, third app, okay? Since Google Translate does not work so well over there, try to pre-install Baidu Translate, okay? And the fourth app, Hanping Lite, because for understanding quick Chinese word and using Chinese in a more comfortable manner, download the app of Hanping Lite so that you might just translate the word of teacher, which means Laoshi, uncle means Shushu, auntie means I, give me 10 apples, Gewo, share, Pingwo. Okay, so like that, this is an easy app for word to word translate. Okay, also make sure that the banks applications or apps, as you say in China, are being are working in China. Okay, because sometimes some bank apps does not work in China, which creates a big ruckus. If you're using SBI or ICICI or some other apps, try to install the OTP app already in your mobile phone. If you are worried for your number, so I will recommend you try to have an Airtel number, okay? Because Airtel is, it gives you a constancy for your number for the period of 5 years, okay? Because that number do work in, China, and you can have an international recharge before coming to China, so that for the period of 1 day or 3 days, you can just, call your family and use it. Topic 12, seasonal variations and management for it, okay? Seasons are very blissful in China. Winters are a bit long, but they have radiators installed in your room, okay? So you can sleep in a crispy 25 degrees Celsius temperature in your room. Do not be worried for winters, okay? There will be beautiful snow outside, and inside of your room will be a crisp 25 degrees Celsius temperature in which you can sleep in your vest on whichever mode you like. The summers are enough for a short period of time. So you can just have a table fan or a mini cooler, for your room purpose, okay, for summer purpose. Topic number 13, things to note. Focus on this topic, because as a student, I had to go through these topics which are important for you, okay. Number 1, you're not allowed to wear hijab. In Xinjiang Medical University, it is not allowed, it is prohibited that you wear hijab. So if you are a practicing Muslim and you are devoted Muslim, you cannot live without hijab. So choose wisely. Point number 2, you're not allowed to keep beards like the beard which I am having right now, because I am in India right now. This is not allowed in China. In Xinjiang Medical University, we are asked to have a clean shave. Okay. Number 3, you're not allowed to practice your religion publicly. Like, you cannot just spray anywhere you like. You cannot just spread your mat in between the class, or during the break time at some corner, and you can just pray. So, but you can pray in your room privately without endorsing it. Okay. It is not recommended for you to endorse your religion. Religion is something which is a personal relationship between you and God. So try to keep it private. Try to keep it in bounds, because there are some restriction and problems, and you need to cooperate over there for this purpose. Okay. So in terms of studies, let me tell you again. So in terms of studies, there are no issues. There is college studies, there is real studies. You get ample of time from college studies, which you can invest in your real studies from your books, video lectures, and whatnot. You can go to OPDs, you can go to surgeries, you can go to IPD, you can go to ICUs. I have last term, which I remember, I spent my 3 months in neuro-intensive care units. Okay. And for all these things, you just simply need to ask your teachers. You need to have a good persona, good personality, which will be created when you will be sitting in your class attentively. You will be responding to your teachers. You will be creating a good atmosphere. You are creating a good impression on your teacher about yourself. Okay. Just in the matter of religion, I must tell you, in the matter of religion and faith, that you need to adjust. Okay. It's just not one religion. Okay. I'm telling for the wide spectrum of religion in India, that if you are practicing your religion publicly, they will create some or the other issue. So try not to practice your religion publicly.